it's a reappointment for myself and then just a new appointment for Craig. So, and those meetings are held once per month in this chamber, or well, they've been kind of Zoom lately, and Jason is also the, Jason, you're the treasurer of DUA? Yeah. Treasurer of DUA, so.
Any other questions? Okay, if not, item 6.18 is a motion to approve the 2021 concrete panel replacement program to the lowest responsible bidder, meeting City of Taylor specifications, L's Asphalt Paving, current vendor, in the amount not to exceed $1,800,000. Any questions on that?
I guess.
Councilman Rem.
How long has Al's Asphalt been doing concrete?
Good evening, Council. So Al's Asphalt is the general contractor for this particular project, and they have a subcontractor who actually performed the concrete work last year and is a seasoned concrete contractor.
So basically, we're just allowing the contractor on this project, Al's Asphalt, he can call in who he wants to do the concrete.
Provided they have, performed in the past and that we have experience with them, then yes.
Is this, so this project that you're asking to approve here on this $1,800,000, this project has to be completed this year, or has it already started where they're going to be having to use concrete, put down concrete already?
Sure, great question. And what I'd like to do is kind of go back from our last meeting when Councilman Missouri had some questions regarding the concrete program. So last time around, Council authorized $100,000 for the miscellaneous and emergency work. At that time, we said that we would be coming back to the Council for authorization for a larger program, and that's what we have in front of you this evening. Now, as we discussed before, the original contract did not have the quantities identified in the contract, which causes me a little bit of heartburn because, well, how much are we bidding? There is a difference between bidding out 500 square yards of concrete versus 20,000 square yards of concrete. So that led us to start doing some homework, prepping for another bid, looking at numbers, gathering all this data and information. So over the last 2 weeks, what we've done is pulled numbers from four or five different communities programs, and actually we do have a handout for you this evening that we can just kind of go over these numbers with you. And basically what it shows is that the numbers that we have received from Al's Asphalt for the 2021 program is actually only an increase of 50 cents from last year's numbers. And also, when comparing past projects for similar work, they are low or right at the same for low bidder or at the same level for a similar type of work. So if we look at this spreadsheet that Mr. Gibbs just handed out, the City of Dearborn Heights 7-inch pavement with integral curb, their average price was $74. Al's Asphalt price is $47.50. The next one down, which is we had to extrapolate this one because they only had a number for 6-inch concrete, and then they had a number for 8-inch concrete. However, the majority of our work is 7-inch. But this also, not only was it extrapolated, but this type of construction work was also a single pole, meaning they set up at one time and then they perform concrete placement from back of curb to back of curb, the entire width of the roadway, and just keep going. So it's high production work. The program that we're bidding out is sectioning, panel replacement. So we'll do a 5x5 or a 20x15 section here, then pick up and do another one down the street, and then another one. So there's a lot of mobilization, on site. There is no mobilization in our overall spec, whereas these other specs, one of them has up to $100,000 for mobilization. So throughout the course of the year, depending on how much work we're able to have identified for the contractor at any particular time, it won't be uncommon for us to have a contractor mobilized 3, 4, 5 different times throughout the course of this year to perform work. So, Councilman Ramick, to answer your question, this is an authority number. Are we able to get all this work done this year? I mean, I would like to say yes, but unfortunately, well, just like we're gonna run into this week, snow. We could have a rainy summer, a rainy end of summer, which is going to slow down production. So it would be nice to think that we're gonna be able to get that much work done, because we know that there's definitely a lot more than that that needs to be done throughout the city. But that 1.9 or 1.8 number for authority is not for a lump sum, one-time project. It's for work across the city throughout the entire course of the year. So, so going back to the spreadsheet, keeping in mind we are a sectioning program, a individual panel replacement program, not production work. The next one that would be considered or comparable to what we're doing is the 2021 concrete program in Farmington. That average cost was $60.21. Then going down in 2019, Warren, $58.74. And then down at the bottom, this one was thrown in there, but again, it's from point A to point B with nothing in between. It's high production, and that one was at $51.89. Our number, $47.50. So could we bid this back out right now? Absolutely. Would I recommend it? No, for the simple reason that rebidding work this late in the year, prices will go up because the majority of your contractors have already slated all their work. So how much work would we be able to get done in this season? I don't know, because we would not probably be able to get a contract with a contractor, and we're already mid-April. By the time you bid it, review bids, you're looking at mid-June, maybe even closer to July, to be able to get a contractor under contract. And then once they're able to mobilize, you're mid-June to August, and now you're left with, 2 months to get work done, which there is no way that they can get the amount of work that we would like to see accomplished in an annual program. They wouldn't do it. Not to mention that the pricing that we would get, more than likely, I'm very confident that the prices would be greater than what we have here today.
This amount of money, $7.8 million, is this in this budget that we're going to vote on tomorrow? Or would there be a budget amendment needed for this amount? I can't remember offhand.
Sure. This money is slated in the 2021-2022 budget year. There is some money that is left over from last year, but the majority of it would be coming out of the July 1st budget.
Right. Okay. That has been budgeted, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Just my last,
Sure.
my last question. Hey, didn't we have a list of concrete companies that we had a list of? I can remember that I had asked for pricing on, and